Kellen Moore of the Saints. These guys are ready, as they always are, to play in front of the Saints. Back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shuck working from the gun. He dodged the tackle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard
Shuck now
line.
from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down. All set to go now from the 35. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route one way. You see zone coverage settle down to the quarterback's numbers. You can find a completion just like that.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
Hand off to the back. That's no way to treat your reigning conference player of the week as they dump him for a loss.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12.
24-yard line.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Christian Harris on the stop.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to the Saints and their running back about to get back to work. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Back to throw. Shuck. He'll try and run this. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. I know it says running back on the roster, Brock, but this guy's having a pretty great start catching the football instead.
It's what the best of them do. I mean, look around the league. These running backs want to get paid, right? They want theirs. Well, catch a ball like this, and trust me, you'll get yours.
Shuck's going to throw here. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw again here, it's Shuck. He's got it at the 6. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints earn the chance to tie before halftime. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Saints and this running back headed back out for a new series. Chuck now on first down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. A give now from the gun. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Derek Brown on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw, Shuck.
At their 48-yard line.
Setting up the running back screen. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. 3rd and just 2 to go.
4 makes it 3rd and 2.
Setting him on the dive. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's good for the Saints.
You love a huddle. Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, and they go right back to it. And working a couple yards past the line. It's Nick Squilton there on the play.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Chuck gets it to him on the screen. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 20.
Another carry for it. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Saints take the lead right away in half number 2. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Dropping these balls while I brush my teeth. Flipping this verse like a boomerang. Landed on stage and you backpack filled with it.
Saints returning their offense and this running back to the field. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4.
Ready, break!
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who are going to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Now we have a member of the Saints injured after that play and obviously in need of some assistance. Off to play action, Chuck. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Give now to the running back. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Chuck looking to pass here. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Now Chuck to throw. Finds a man right side. Gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They give it to him again. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got 3rd down.
He was brought down by Travis Wallace. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
Pressure coming, it's Chuck. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. A should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors.
Saints back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll run here on first down. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first to stop this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Their 48-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Chuck on 3rd down. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And we'll pause here for an injured Saints player. Looks like he's pretty shaken up. They'll get someone out to look at him.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Now a give on the counter. And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play. So the defense gaining the clock a little bit. So they call a timeout just before our 2-minute warning. 2:04 to go.
At the 25-yard line.
Back to the well again. Cuts it to the right sideline. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints have likely locked up the win right there.
Just knowing the competitor with this fella is, he kind of knew once he caught that second touchdown, he was going to try all he could and get the equalizer on the ground. 2 through the air, 2 on the ground. Just a monster kind of game.
Fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance.
The Saints game is over, but his work isn't done yet. The media wants his thoughts on what decided this game and where the responsibility belongs.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't fall. We call him Chaucer, cause they go
It's on to a new week for New Orleans. And next on the
typical. Body overdoing this, that's so typical. Turn like a god, that's so typical. Still more of this, that's so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready? Go! Go!
You take a mortal man and put him in control. Watch him become a god. Watch people's heads roll.
My haters, I wish them well.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Well, the humidity's still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no. The Saints offense ready to get back into gear. 4-0 through the first month of the season. And the one to watch is this man, their third-year running back. He had the game to end all games last week, did he not? I mean, every time we looked up, it seemed like he was in the end zone.
And let's face it, I didn't know about that. I was enjoying what I was seeing on the field. Now, it's highly unlikely that he does it again, that type of a game. But maybe a couple of touchdowns? I think that's within reach.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 18 carries, 96 yards. Now Shuck.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and everyone's seen this offense coming to its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Able to push his way through. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 50.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Saints, first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early. And, of course,
a great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have taken the lead.
So he's strong for Saints offense, and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. To throw now, Shuck. The pass caught by Olave.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
To throw is Shuck.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The Saints in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners are 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Recovered by the Jaguars.
Out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Throwing, Shuck.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Saints. First down. A 28-yard gain. First down.
Shuck now to throw.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Back at the 27.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two. Message received. So here are the Saints to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he loses the football a second time. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. This one taken in by Olave.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup. out. Here's Shuck. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Saints again ready to go on offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards.
They'll look to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. This one, oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Jaguars, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3.
I'm trying to get me paid, I'm trying to move and shake, I'm trying to walk away. I swear my wrists are great, I'm getting used to change. Up. Tend to think in 1,000 thoughts. I bought through north to the voice get bored. Endless stairs in a sinking door. I search for things I don't need no more. Baby, I'm typically every day can't call it shady. I'm airing you cause I'm an anxious state. The worries daily. But if I link my G's it goes away down honey lane. I gallivant with darling baby jet. That's so typical.
Tag! 60 Eagle! 60 Eagle!
Make I try to try. My hand to my bed. diamonds precious. I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going. The women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming. My pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot cause we ballin' and spittin' up every hour. Look mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody power. Spin my head right round, right. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. We've seen the football quite a bit here in this first half. Such an integral part of this offense. We'll start this next drive. 1st and 10.
Come on. Hit. Gravity Lions.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll turn and hand this one off. Inside the 20. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And the Buccaneers come away with the turnover. Look there at the 1st quarter numbers, and now trying to add to those as this next drive begins with 1st and 10.
Hurt. 76. Rig. Go.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. This one caught by the back out of the backfield, and they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down. 1 quarter in the books. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. It is 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
Let's go now.
From the gun, Richardson. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage standing there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. See the numbers here in the 1st half, and now time to build on those as this drive begins with 1st down. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun. Richardson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Next 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
First down, Saints.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Richardson. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, Richardson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Yasiabi gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report. And the Saints offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down.
Ready.
Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yards.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
The key to a good zone read offense is the timing. And in this case, it took a little bit longer to get going. By the time the back was given the ball, the defense.
Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. And you can't ask for a better situation than this. 1st and goal from the 1. Now, Richardson. That's to the end zone and is batted away. It is incomplete.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is 16th touchdown of the year. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Saints offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll look to get the comeback started now as they take over here. Final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. On play action, Richardson. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Richardson. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll stick with him again. This defense all over this one. They get... Down behind the line, it's a loss of a couple.
Tackle made.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. But they will turn it over on downs.
And this coach finds himself...
Anthony Richardson and the offense. Down by 9. A little over a minute to go. The blocked field goal keeps their faint hopes alive as they come up 1st and 10.
Go street. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll drop to throw. Left side, he's got McLeod. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick 1st down. This is 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field.